Drilling, rule 9.8. Now just note that the rulebook doesn't necessarily use the word drilling or drill. This is a very commonly understood term. The rule is that players must not play the ball dangerously or in a way which leads to dangerous play. Playing the ball deliberately and hard into an opponent's stick, feet or hands with an associated risk of injury when a player is in a set or stationary position is illegal. Players who collect, turn and try to play the ball deliberately through a defending player who is either close to the player in possession or is trying to play the ball are both dangerous actions, and a personal penalty may be awarded to offending players. Common types of drilling are flinging the ball by collecting it in the hook of a stick and dragging it along the ground, similar to a penalty corner injection. Pushing the ball hard, and it has to be hard, it can't be soft. Spinning with the ball and hitting or flinging the ball into an opponent. When we say hitting, what we mean is when you spin, you might get interrupted halfway through and therefore hit the player. Shooting at goal. And just to dispel some myths, if a player is not flat, hits a foot, or the player is not set, or the player is moving towards play, they can still be drilled. So, some drilling guidance. A drill must be hard and close by. A player cannot be drilled if they are more than 5 meters away. A player can be moving and still be drilled, as long as the player is low to the ground and attempting to play the ball or to intercept a pass, they can be drilled. A drill can hit a foot and still be called as a drill. A blind drill, i.e. this is one where a player does spin, should attract a more severe penalty. If a player spins blindly into a set player, they should be awarded a yellow card. No green cards, no cards, a yellow card has to be awarded in this situation. It is a very dangerous action and needs to attract the most appropriate penalty. Overall, we need to remember that drilling is dangerous and personal penalties should be awarded for severe breaches. Remember, safety is everyone's priority and responsibility. The white player is moving toward the player in red in a low and set position. The red player propels the ball hard into the set white player. This is a drill.
Clock does stop. Here's grey.
The dark player is low to the ground and about 3 meters away from the yellow player with the ball. The ball is pushed hard into the dark player. This is a drill and a free push is awarded to the dark team.
And here comes Campbell. She's on one. Campbell's
in this example, the dark player has spun and flung the ball into a set defender within 3 meters. This is dangerous play. You might notice that the dark player has not looked behind her and is unaware where the yellow player is. This makes it a high risk situation and a yellow card should be awarded.
Save from McCarthy.
This is a common occurrence as players run the baseline. The ball is flung into a set defender. Given the close range and speed of the ball, a green card is awarded.
And here they come again. Looking for more goals.
This is an example of a shot at goal as a drill. The defender is very close to the ball carrier who has lifted the ball at speed into the body of the defender. This should be called for danger. The player has not spun, rather she has moved her body around the ball before she shoots. She has tried to direct the ball at goal but has hit the player. A free push is awarded to the defence. 16s, long corners and sidelines. Similar to outdoor hockey, when the ball crosses the back line, play is restarted by the team who did not touch it last. For the defending team, this would be up to 9.1 metres in line with the top of the circle from the back line with where the ball went out. For the attacking team, this would be on halfway in line with where the ball went out. Goalkeepers are permitted to deflect the ball with their stick, protective equipment or any part of their body in any direction, including over the back line. When the ball is played intentionally over the back line by a defender, play should be restarted with a penalty corner. When the ball goes over the sideboards, the play is restarted by the team who was not the last to touch it within 1 metre of where the ball crossed over the boards. Hands and knees. Field players must not play the ball while lying on the pitch or with a knee, arm or hand on the pitch other than the hand holding the stick. A commonly referred to rule is the 3 points of contact. One thing I want to make clear is that there is no 3 points of contact rule. The rule literally says that players cannot put their hands or knee on the ground. So it is not permitted to put one hand on the ground if you do lift 1 foot off the ground. Goalkeepers are permitted to play the ball inside the circle while lying on the pitch inside the circle. That means that the ball and the goalkeeper both have to be inside the circle for this to occur. When the ball is outside the circle they are defending, goalkeepers are only permitted to play the ball with their stick and they have to be on their feet to legally play the ball. This happens most commonly when the ball is in the corner of the field and there is that gap between the boards and the circle. The hand and knee rule can be difficult to umpire as it often happens away from the ball and quickly. For this reason, umpires need to be able to view the play holistically and not just focus on the ball. In this video, the attacker puts her knee on the ground while she is shooting. A free push to the defence should be awarded.
Teams, there were opportunities, there were great saves at either end. Veen, De Wijk.
In this video, the defender puts her knee on the ground to stabilise her tackle. The penalty corner is awarded.
Does well.
While players cannot play the ball while lying on the pitch, they are permitted to dive and play the ball while their body is not on the pitch. In this example, the German player plays the ball legally and scores a fantastic breakaway goal. Note how the umpire is excited, he really should be. In this example, the blue defender overstretches, puts her hand on the ground and ends up with her whole body on the ground whilst trying to make a tackle. A penalty corner is awarded, however I'd encourage you to consider a penalty stroke as the ball carrier is taken to ground by this action.
Fighting for it and fighting for it. And in the end, on the stretch and just losing it.
Playing the ball. Players must not swing their stick in indoor hockey. Common ways to play the ball legally include pushing, flicking for a shot at goal, sliding the ball. Sliding the ball is an action or is a push with a long swinging action. When executed properly, there will be no connection sound, i.e. the ball will not be hit, the ball will literally slide along the length of the stick from near the handle towards the head. And pick flicking. This is a variety of flick in which the stick and the ball are both moving. Normally the ball is coming across the player and as it comes to them, the player will pick the ball off the ground in this flicking motion.
Australia literally chasing shadows at the moment. Patrick Stanzel was in and out.
The first video, the red player has tried to slide the ball into the circle, but he has actually hit the ball. The umpire has picked this up well and awarded a free hit to the yellow team.
On the Austrians.
This example is far more subtle. The red player has hit the ball softly. A good indication of this is that the stick is moving as the player has flicked his wrists.
Against a very tricky Belgian. Ruh. Finds that space. Ruh.
The German player has shot the ball at goal, but he has played the ball illegally. The replay shows very clearly that he has not flicked the ball, he has hit it with a swinging motion.
Give it away. Oldenburg again.
As the white player has dragged the ball past the blue player has hit the ball with a sweeping motion. This is commonplace as players are beat on this side. As the ball has gone straight over the baseline, the umpire awarded a penalty corner.
Seen as a deliberate sweep out. This led to the penalty corner.
Goalkeepers. Goalkeepers are allowed to take part in the game in the half they are defending. They cannot cross halfway except to take a penalty stroke. Goalkeepers must wear at least headgear, leg guards and kickers. This is the bare minimum they require. They must also hold on to their hockey stick and wear a different coloured shirt to both teams. Goalkeepers can be substituted off the field for a field player twice per match. Time is not stopped for goalkeeper substitutions. Trapping or boxing. These two terms refer to when the ball carrier is trapped or boxed. This usually occurs near the corner of the field or the sideboards. The rule says players must not trap or hold the ball against the sideboards. A player in possession of the ball may not be trapped either in the corner of the pitch or against the sideboards by opponents with their sticks flat on the floor. Opponents must leave an outlet of a reasonable size to which the ball is played. The following videos demonstrate this.
Otter was widening the goal.
The ball is in the corner. At this point, the red player has an option backwards. The white team are smart enough not to box the player in, and the red player has a gap to go through. Note, the gap does not need to be large, and it does not need to be a smart option. A team can leave the baseline as an option if they desire. Here, the blue player has an option early but does not take it. Soon, this option is shut down by the fourth red player, and as such the blue player is now boxed in. The umpire should interrupt the game now and award a free hit. It is important to note that umpires should be communicating with players when they are this close and telling them that they have to leave a gap, and also interrupting the game as soon as that option is closed down. The bully is a rare occurrence in outdoor hockey but happens more frequently in indoor hockey, particularly in juniors. Umpires should recognise and interrupt play with a bully restart when the ball is either trapped between the player's sticks or becomes unintentionally trapped against the sideboards. To take a bully, one player from each team should set up square with the defensive goal on their right. All other players must be at least 3 metres away. The umpire will blow their whistle and the players will then tap their sticks together once, and the players can then proceed to play the ball. A bully should not take place within 3 metres of a circle or inside the circle itself. Now for some guidance on umpiring positions. Umpires need to be mobile and ready to make some quick movements when necessary, particularly when the ball is in the circle. Generally, umpires will stay ahead of the play. However, umpires might let play past them as it enters the circle on the side close to them. Each umpire has primary responsibility for decisions in one half of the pitch for the duration of the match, and each umpire is responsible for decisions on free pushes in the circle, penalty corners, penalty strokes, and goals in one half of the pitch. However, umpires are a team and need to assist each other. Umpires may need help in the far corner of the field. One thing to note, similar to outdoor, is that as an umpire has responsibility for one half of the pitch and the ultimate responsibility for their circle, this means that you cannot blow a free hit you cannot blow a penalty corner in your other umpire's circle. You can advise them, you can signal, but you cannot blow that penalty corner. Thank you for watching the Hockey ACT Introduction to Indoor Hockey video.